our incarnation story, mother and father. So that's not going to go any place. But what will change is how you perceive the story. So the story before was that. Again, people who came to the workshop about it know. People who don't know will know in a second. So there's mother and father. And mother and father have their own life, incarnation, purpose, right? They come to, this is the earth, they come with their own agendas. So they contaminate your field, we just talked about it, with their wonderful qualities or not wonderful qualities, but it's like injection, you know? Before you come to earth, you have an injection of all of that. Now you have your own mission, but it's sort of like confused, because there is mother and father. Our job is to find out how we can come in, open our heart, be the light that we are, not the shocking lightning bolt for everybody. Bolt. So this is what's changing right now on the planet Earth. We are gonna be more concentrical than linear. So we started with, this is our mission, this is how we develop it, this is how we radiate our love from the heart, and this is what we bring to earth as a spirit. In every seminar that I do, I need to entertain your mind, but there is energetic download that's happening. So trust that it's there. Your body is getting that. And what's important, breathe. Because there's many psychic friends of mine that observe me doing the seminars, like, oh, it's interesting, there's a geometry that's around the people you're working with, and there's you who's moving around and doing stuff, and it's very interesting, like, well, whatever you see is your story. But I know that transformation does not happen just on a mental level. You're totally right. I'm very happy you're getting that information. So, good. So what we just said right here is I am present, me. Okay? And this I am presence has nothing to do with the story of who I am. That is my spirit talking, not my mother and father talking. So karma is the story of mother and father that we live because we want them to feel happy that they have a good boy and a good girl as their good daughter and their son, right? And the way we set up containers on earth is pretty much my mother and the father contain me, define me, trap me in a certain story. Now I'm gonna either rebel or I'm gonna submit, right? So we either become rebellious spirit, I will never be like my mother. For some people it translates, I will not be a mother, I will never have children because I don't want to be the mother that mother is to me, to my children. And for some people it translates, I'm gonna be an amazing mother because I don't want to be like my mother. No wrong or right, all is legitimate. And then some other people submit and they go, well, she's much more bigger than I am. Nothing I can do about it. And we hide. And then when we get out of that space at some point, the qualities we never knew about ourselves show up. Like, wow, who's that? So it's a submission that eventually the bubble is burst and you come out and you don't even recognize yourself. And then there is your family. So mother and father, but it's also extended family. Friends sometimes make a family for you. And just like mother and father trap you in a container, the friends can do the same thing, right? And then there is this community of people around you. So community and geography is pretty much the same, right? If I live in Russia, that's my community. If I live in America, different community. I live in Northbrook, it's different community from Skokie, it's definitely different from Divan area or South Side area, right? So my community defines me in a certain way, contains me in a certain way. And then there is planet Earth. It's another container. I am a human being. No matter what I think about myself, there is a body I have to feed and dress and have a space to live and have people to communicate with. So that is a global community. Whether we understand it or not, we're constantly communicating with that community, and that conditioning comes back to us. And then there is cosmos. So what changes now on Earth? That from I need to come here and bring my essence to Earth, we go into I am here and now on Earth. I already brought my essence, the healer and the helping healing helper and the observer and the relaxer and the problem solver and light and joy and creative. We already have it. You already arrived. There is nothing to work on. It's there already. And transformation is totally here. It's still confused, but it's there. It's here. So what I need to do is expand. So my energy and information that carries all of that, layers, dimensions of my existence, can reach the cosmos, and I can become a fully embodied spirit that is part of that cosmic community. And only then we can hope that all the aliens we've heard about can actually show up in a way that we can communicate and be equal. Because there are intelligences out there, I have no doubts about it. But if we are trapped, we cannot really get here. Because who are they talking to? To my mother or to my father? This is 19th century, 20th century. We live in 21st. Most of us went through 20 years to 21st. That's already a big achievement, moving from century to century. So when we are right now, it's totally different reality that has nothing to do with being trapped, has nothing to do with being linear. And this whole idea about time not being linear is changing when you can expand from here. I have a story, I have an ego that my mother told me I have to be a doctor, I have to be a teacher, I have to be a lawyer, I have to be a programmer, or whatever else they told me. That story is just their story. And it's the time to write your own story, which is I am big enough to be expanding through the cosmos, through the universes, through sensing and traveling and exchanging information and bring it back to Earth. And it's all about being the bridge, the conduit between the Earth and the heaven. And the heaven does not finish where the stratosphere starts. It's just the beginning of the heaven. And the heaven does not begin above you. So the major download is the heaven begins in your solar plexus. That's where the new Earth is being born. And it's the Earth that has not a label, does not have a label for every single energy in motion that you experience. And when there is no label, you can expand into an experience of that. And through the experience of that, you become bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're no longer trapped into your story or even your geography or even an Earth collective consciousness. You're being expanded.